Hi, my name is Brittany Thompson, and I want to talk to you today about why you should vaccinate your child. Having a child means you would do anything to keep them healthy and safe. You watch them grow up, you watch them learn to explore new places. I know when I had my daughter, I went through and started baby proofing everything I could think of so that I knew my baby girl was safe and out of harm's way. As a parent, that's our job, is to keep our little ones safe and to protect them from all the hazards you can see. But what about the hazards you can't see? Vaccines protect children from serious illnesses. Not just protect them from the illness, but protect them from the complications of having the illness, such as amputations or heart disease, even death, hearing loss. It's our job as parents to protect them from that happening as much as we can. You may be thinking, why do I need to vaccinate my child on the measles when it hasn't been around for years? Well, let me tell you. Vaccines such as measles, mumps, the whooping cough, still continue to affect the United States, resulting in death. Could you live with yourself knowing your child died because you didn't get them vaccinated? How about your neighbor's child who's not old enough to get vaccinated? Say you went on a cruise and you went to a foreign country and you didn't get vaccinated. You are bringing that disease back to not only your family and, say, other children that haven't gotten diseased, but what about your neighbor who didn't even get the chance to vaccinate their newborn baby who's not even a week old? You're risking that child's life by not getting vaccinated. There are like 15 preventable child vaccinations that you could get, such as hepatitis A, hepatitis B, whooping cough, chickenpox, measles, mumps, pertussis. I just want to show you this diagram that tells you when you should vaccinate your child, how many times you should vaccinate your child. You may be thinking to yourself, well, how would I be able to keep track of this? That's way too much to think about with having a newborn baby, which is completely understandable. But when you have a child, you get this little book, and it's so easy for you to keep track of because the doctor does it for you. They give you this book, and it's empty. They write your child's last name on it. And then every time you go to the doctor's office for checkups, they write everything down for you. So you don't have to keep track of, when do I need to get this one? When do I need to get that one? They tell you when they write it down. So if you forget, you switch doctor's office, it doesn't matter because you have a record of it as well. You might be thinking to yourself, well, I would get my child vaccinated, but I don't have money to pay for it. It's really expensive. But what you don't know is most insurances cover vaccinations. You don't have to pay anything for them. What if you don't have insurance, you may be thinking? Some people don't have insurances, but there is a program, and it is called I have to get it. It's called the VFC program. I just didn't want to say the name wrong. It is the VFC program. I found it on the CDC website. So you could even go on the website and look into it and see if you're eligible. But they pay for eligible children to get vaccines if you don't have insurance. So you really don't have any reason not to vaccinate your child. There's everything out there telling you to vaccinate your child. If you don't want your child to have serious illnesses such as like heart disease, brain damage, losing their legs, their arms, if you don't want that for your child, get them vaccinated. Getting them vaccinated prevents that from happening, from diseases that are preventable. You won't have to think about hurting your child or hurting the neighbor's child. Or even worse, what about grandma who had the vaccine but is fighting off cancer and her immune system is so weak? Having a weak immune system makes you susceptible to these diseases even though you had the vaccination. It could prevent you from having chemotherapy because you're going to die because of this child who wasn't vaccinated, who just infected you with a disease that you didn't even know was around anymore. Getting your child vaccinated is 100% the way to go. If you don't vaccinate your child, you're not being a very good parent. You're not looking out for their best interest or their child's best interest or your neighbor's best interest. Getting your child vaccinated is the moral thing to do. Not getting them vaccinated is immoral. You need to get your child vaccinated. Thank you.